We lighting that road? I think it'll be. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is James Ralph Bowman here. I just want to see who's all live here, and I'll wait a few minutes to see who all comes on here, and see if y'all want to talk to me. And let's see here. Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah, everything's looking good. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see who comes live on here, and we'll just hold off for a few minutes. But yeah, we had a pretty good day, didn't we, Robert? Yeah. Good. At least my collar's good, you know. And guys, I found a pair of my reading glasses, so if anybody says anything to me, I'll be able to read it, so I can respond to you. And but I hope everybody's doing all right. I know I am. I've had a pretty good day, didn't we, Robert? Yeah, yeah, I know it. Yeah, we went to Jefferson Avenue, Church God of Prophecy. That's the Pentecost church right there in Cookeville, Tennessee, and a pretty good service, you know. I don't usually go to other churches, you know. God knows I need to get back into it, but I've been out for a long time, you know. I go to Dudleyville Church of Christ, you know, that's a little part of close to McEwensville, and another area, Jackson County. But I ain't been in a long time, you know, and I just wanted to go and meet other people in another church, and I know Church of Christ and Pentecost ain't the same thing, you know, two different denominations, but yeah, it turned out all right, you know, it went good, and they had what you call I said it earlier, I can't think of it now. A fall festival, that's what it was. They had a fall festival, and they had a pretty good crowd, though, didn't we? Boy, we had a good time there. We was, and you know, I didn't want to go live and anything like that, because it had a lot of people there, you know. It's how many did they say they had? Yeah, they had 40 people there, at least 40 people. They had all kinds of kids, you know, and that's good, because they went on a hayride, and I was thinking about going live and everything. You know, I was meeting a lot of new people. Some people I knew there, you know, and it's just a good turnout, you know, 40 people in a church like that, you know, and they were having hot dogs and with chili, and they had Doritos and Frito-Lay, and they had cold drinks, water, and I think some of them had coffee that they made from the basement of the church, and they brought it out, you know, and but it turned out, whoa, I try not to fall here, and I don't really need this cane, but sometimes I get a little rock under me, and of course, I got a gravel driveway, and but we had a pretty good turnout, you know, and then I was thinking about going live, and then I was thinking, on the other hand, maybe it wouldn't be, you know, that good of an idea, because, you know, a lot of people probably don't want to be on camera. So I chose not to do it. Robert and I, we sitting there talking. I was like, there ain't no need of doing it, you know. Because the thing is, if I would have done it and everything, they'd be like, oh, we got some visitor here. He's recording. Wonder what he's going to do with all the recording videos. And then I was like, it's probably not even a good idea. So I didn't, you know, but, cause if I would have started recording, I would have made that whole thing about me. And, that's not the right thing to do when you go to church. Don't make it about one person. It's supposed to be about the Lord Jesus Christ and God. And, like I said, the Church of God, the prophecy, and, is a Pentecost church and the Church of Christ. They're two different denominations. Some people, believe in speaking in tongues, and others, Church of Christ, don't have a full bend and all that stuff. But anyway, it was a pretty good hot dogs though, wasn't it, Robert? Well, I tell you what, I like them hot dogs that, when they just bust open, they got charcoal on them and all that stuff, So, Robert ate about how many do you eat? I think I ate about 3 of them and a bowl of chili. Well, I love that chili. I think I had a vanilla cream Coca-Cola, and I told Robert, go get one of my grape drinks out of the truck. And so Robert went and got me a grape drink, and of course I thought he likes Dr. Pepper, so I know it, old Bill. I'm talking about you. Yeah. But they let us take a few hot dogs with us, and then they went on a hayride. I didn't want to go. I want to stay around the fjord and everything. And they had a good old fjord going, and they didn't. It wasn't no time until they started coming back. It's then them children just singing "Itsy Bitsy Spider," and I'd get the kick out of that. I wouldn't make fun of them or anything, so you gotta be careful who you laugh at in public and stuff. But I wasn't laughing at nobody. It's I just wanting to let them know that and I enjoyed myself just as much as they did. And I mean that's what it's all about. So then when they finally got off the hayride, it took them a while to get off the trailer, because they was just all talking and everything and singing, and because that's good, kids need to get along, and even the parents and whoever they were, their guardians, they just having a good old time, and then we finally, I say we, but they. Because I was just a guest, I wasn't going to help myself to everything. And they was roasting marshmallows, and they was making s'mores. That's what it was. They was making s'mores. I think Robert ate about 2 of them, I didn't really have a s'more. I was just eating 2 marshmallows with 2 chocolate bars with, they call them Hershey's, and 1 long graham cracker, and I didn't feel like roasting the marshmallows, so I was just eating them individually, eating the marshmallow, and then eating a piece of chocolate and a piece of graham cracker. So, and then I had a diet. But what I have, Robert, I can't think of it. Well, it's actually right here. Hold on, yeah. It's actually right here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's actually right here. No, it ain't that. No, it's Mountain Dew. That's what it is. I brought it with me. They turned the Camry around, and now I got it, Robert. I got it. Hold on. But yeah, they were having a good time with that and everything. You should see. The women out there, they were like, the fjord's going good. But a few of them men got a couple of them stick of wood and threw it right on there, and them flames just started going, a little far. And they were all them women just waving and trying to get all that fjord ashes. That's what it is. And then the ashes are still on fjord. Of course, one of them got me like right in here, and I mean, it wasn't nothing bad. But they were like, you don't need no more wood on there, you know. Them kids won't even be able to roast their marshmallows. That floor is it's too high. It's too high. But I tell you what, them kids walked right up to that floor. Yes, sir. They walked right up, didn't they, Robert? They walked right up to that floor and stuck their marshmallows out there and got it on fire. And I actually had to tell one of them, you know, just out of kindness, you know, just when it gets on fire, you gotta blow it out, you know. It just don't start swinging it. Kind of like that Dennis the Menace whenever he was swinging that marshmallow and it lands right on Mr. Wilson's forehead. I thought about the same thing, did you? Yeah. Oh, man, oh, Bill. I'll tell you what. I tell you, we had a pretty good day, though, didn't we? Yeah. But, oh, Robert, he goes everywhere with me. You know, I mean, Robert, he's about, let's see, 16, 17 years old, ain't you? Yeah, the hell, he's about ready to get out of here. But, I do a lot of things with Robert. Like I said, we mow yards and we go to Burger King and, but anyway, them kids are just having a ball with a graham cracker share. Yeah, I thought something about you was coming up the road there. But yeah, they was I was just being kind to the mother and everything, or whoever the garden was. It might not even be the mother, but I said I wasn't trying to be mean. I was just I don't want them running around the floor and just don't start swinging the roasted marshmallow because you might hit somebody or you might, you know, put an eye out or something, you know. Or you might burn yourself, you know. You just never know. But they had a good old time, you know. I enjoyed everybody there and everybody got to know me and I might do it again, you know. But it's 1580 South Jefferson Avenue. Church Got a Prophecy, and it's right there. If you're local, it's right there. If you're coming out of Cookville, fixing to go into Sparta, it's right there on your left. But if you come from Sparta, from 111, you're going into Cookville, it's right there on your right. It's where all that construction is. I tell you what, we should hurry up with that construction. But yeah, me and Robert, we go everywhere. I love just putting on some bluegrass, and of course he likes that old X gonna give it to you or something like that. He said, I know what it is. It's DX or something like that. DDX or something. I don't know, but DMX. Okay. I got you over here. But yeah, he goes everywhere with it. He likes that old yummy yum. Oh, I'm not saying that right either, but it's like, okay, it's Eminem. Oh, never mind. I tell you what, yeah, I'll get it one day. But, I took some hot dogs home and, hell, they told me I could, you know, and, I gave Mark some and Justin and, well, I figured I'd just go ahead and be nice, because they need to be eat up anyway. I don't ever like to waste food, and them always need to eat. Like I said, Allie don't really feed them, and now, boy, they look forward to Thanksgiving, you know, because you get a big meal, and I tell Allie, I said, these boys need to eat. You need to let these boys eat. So, after that, though, I mean, once that meal's gone, it's just gone. I'm telling him, I'm like, Eileen, let us eat, you know, let them boys eat. I mean, that's what Thanksgiving's all about. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving and seeing them boys be able to eat and ain't got to worry about nothing. And of course, my daughter, Joanne, she comes over. I think, she comes over and gives them boys some, about $5 or $10, it's kind of like Christmas and everything. And they really look forward to that. And of course, Eileen, she's like, that money needs to go to her so she can buy this, and this for the bills. And I'm telling Eileen, you got money. You get money from, human services and taking care of them and everything. Then she's like, no, I don't. Anyway, Eileen, I tell you what, though, she something else. She just gets on my nerves a lot, and she's all the time yelling at the bills and want me to whoop them and all that stuff. And I don't even like to do it, like I said before. And I mean, just let them boys be boys. That's what they are. I can't stand when they start fighting, and I have to intervene and break them up. And sometimes I get in a little tussle with them, and I don't mind getting in a tussle with Yarrow at all. I can't stand that boy. But I let him have a hot dog because hell, he's in the household, and I thought that these hot dogs need to be eat up. Yarrow, you can come get you one too, and or just eat them up. Just get them out of the way. Robert and I got all we wanted from the church there, and I'm not saying I went to church specifically for that. I just went to go meet some people and let them get to know me, and kind of try to tell them that I talk on the classic villain, and even though it says the classic villain, it doesn't mean it's all negativity, and because that page don't like this page right here don't tolerate no bullying, and it's just not right to let your kids bully somebody or make fun of somebody because they got a little less than you, and then I'm thinking, if you raise your children that way, you pretty well failed as a parent. So, but that's not me to judge, to each their own, and however they want to raise their children. But I mean, we got our butts whooped. I'm telling you, these kids today, they really don't know what getting your butt whoops are like, and that's what's wrong with most of them. But nevertheless, it's just so we're looking forward to Thanksgiving, and Robert and I, we had a pretty good time today, and but I'm looking forward to doing some more content and recording videos for the Classic Villain. And just make sure you follow the page on Facebook. You can type in the Classic Villain. Make sure you follow the Facebook page. And if you see this recording on YouTube, because I believe Robert's going to help me be able to download or upload or something like that, but Robert takes care of it. He's what's that word? Pretty savvy. That's what it is. He's pretty savvy with technology, and I didn't raise up with it. We didn't have nothing like that. But hell, we barely had telephones. So Eileen wants us to get a telephone because whenever she's out or I'm out or whatever, she wants to get in contact with me. And Eileen, I don't want anything to do with this phone technology stuff. This is not me. So, okay, we got some people here. Let's see here. Let's see. I might not be able to say your name right. I got my glasses on, but I found an extra pair. Let's see here. I thought I heard a cat or something. One of the cats around here. They all the time scurrying around. Sometimes they crap in the yard, and one of us step in it, and I thought, don't come in the house if you always check your shoes, because you just never know. A cat might shit in the yard. Ain't that right, Robert? Yeah. But anyway, we got some people watching here. Let's see. I might not be able to say your name, so be patient with me. My name's James Ralph Bowman. I'm Mark Bowman's, well, we call him Bowman. We're trying to adopt him, but last name's Parrish, but I'm York Parrish's foster dad. That's who I am. But let's see here. We got John Blackburn. And John Blackburn says, "What's up?" And we've got a Angie Hill is watching. And hey, we got a comment here. Let's see here. I think I met you at the church thing tonight. And John Blackburn says, "Oh yeah." You kind of sound like that. What's that wrestler, Robert? Macho Man. That's right, Macho Man. He'd be like, yeah, oh yeah. So, is that what you do? Oh yeah, yeah. But I think hey Robert. We met a John Blackburn at the Coopville Church of Prophecy tonight, didn't we? Yeah, we sure did, didn't we? He had a what we call it? I think you said he worked at Walmart and all good. He was a cart pusher, and yeah, that's exactly right there. He had a one of them safety vests or hoodie or whatever you want to call it, but he's a pretty good old Bill. You know, I enjoyed talking to you. John Blackburn, yep. I think he ate about 3 hot dogs himself, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he ate about 3. He's a good old Bill. As far as I know, he's a pretty old Bill. Yeah. John, how you do? But, well, yeah, we had a good old time at the church over there. And, like I said, I wanted to go live and everything. Then I realized that I think they said they had about 40 people there. And, everybody was eating hot dogs and chili and all types of chips. And they had all kinds of drinks and even water. And some people from the church, I knew some of them there. Yay, yeah, there you go. That's right, John. Let's see here. I'm trying not to fail. I've got a gravel driveway. I'm trying not to get a rock under me. Yeah. Let's see here. He said, "I am glad to meet you." Yeah, I appreciate that, you know. But I wanted to go live. Then I was thinking that they got about 40 people there, and then I was like, well, they got kids there too, and you know, some people don't want to be on camera, and excuse me, I'm going to have to, let's see here. Y'all go ahead and keep commenting and doing all that, but sometimes I gotta wipe my mouth and everything, cause you know, it gets, you know, there's saliva and all that stuff. I got dentures and stuff, and I try to keep it as dry as I can, but excuse me. Well, we wanted to go live, and then Robert, I was like, nah, maybe we shouldn't, you know, 'cause some people don't want to be on camera, and even if we did go live, Robert, I mean, it's like, I didn't want to make the whole, they call it a fall festival, and I didn't want to make the whole thing about me, 'cause, you know, I was just a guest there, and I think they just recently lost their pastor, and I feel bad about that. You know, it sounded like she was a good woman, and they called her Sister Thelma Roby, and she was their pastor for a good, probably about 25 years. So, but until they end up appointing people, you know, they can't just let anybody go in there and preach and everything. But until now, they still have Sunday school, I think, and but until the headquarters of that denomination. And of course, I was just visiting there. Me and Robert just wanting to visit there. And of course, like I said, I go to Dudleyville Church of Christ, but I was wanting to meet other people, kind of tell them about, get people on board about the classic villain. And, the classic villain's not all negativity, but it just gives all these characters time to shine. Like I said yesterday, old Freddy Krueger had all month of October, and I think the Sinister Scarecrow. And the Sinister Scarecrow didn't really go anywhere, as far as I can remember. But that old Freddy Krueger, I tell you what, Bill, you don't want to mess with him, do you, Robert? Oh, no. But he had all month of October. So that was his favorite time of the year. So, but the class of villains giving old James Ralph Bowman here the opportunity to make all kinds of content and videos. I call them videos and recordings. But I've got all month of October. No, not October. Why'd I say that, Robert? But I got the whole month of November, the honorary guest of November, to speak or do whatever I need to do on the Classic Villain on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you go and subscribe. They call it subscribing, right, Robert? Yeah, subscribe to the Classic Villain on YouTube. Tell all your friends about me, because you're going to have a pretty good time. Let's see here. Somebody, old John Blackburn. Let's see. He says, oh, yeah, I hear that. Okay, yeah. So, do I just like to see what the Fall Festival was like? You just want to see what the Fall Festival was like? Is that what that means? It looked like you just had a pretty good time there. You just eating them hot dogs away, just like me and Robert was. And who was that guy that was you was playing cornhole? There's a little boy out there that was playing too. I don't even remember his name, but it's what was it? Jack, yeah, Jack Lawson. That's what it was. Yeah, Jack Lawson. But he's having a good old time with you and was playing cornhole. So I wasn't even gonna dare try to play. Some people out there was playing, and they were on canes, and I was like, well, there ain't no way I could play, and I don't really need this cane, but I only, just in case I have to, intervene with one of the boys fighting at the house. And let's see here, it's November, okay? I know I said October, didn't I? But I meant to say November. I got the whole month of November. The honorary guest, James Ralph Bowman here. But make sure you, throughout the whole month, whenever you see a live video or a video in entirety, is what I'm trying to say, is make sure you it's good for everybody, not just John Blackburn. But boy, my knee about gave out, didn't it? But make sure you not intervene, but interact. It's very well appreciated. Anybody that subscribes to the Classic Villain, we're trying to get more subscribers and more followers on Facebook too. And we just had a good old time today. I tell you what, though, John, I think I saw you throwing them cornhole bags. After one game, you're just like, Then, boy, it didn't take long for all them hot dogs to go up, did it? I think we took them hot dogs home. I knew Mark would enjoy eating them and everything, because like I said, these boys, they need to eat. And sometimes I feel bad for them, and then other times I like, if you don't clean your room, Eileen's not going to let you have anything to eat. And I'm thinking Eileen don't need to be treating the boys that way, but then she does, and but she's all the time arguing with them, getting them to do this and that. Just somebody, one of them's all the time having to stay home. One of them's all the time crying about something, and then other times they're arguing and they're fighting and everything. And I'm thinking, Eileen, you're the cure of this whole thing. You're making them, you're making them argue when they need to get along. Let's see her. John Blackburn. He said, no problem. I sure will watch you again and have a blessed night. Well, thank you very much. My name's James Ralph Bowman, and I'll be here all month. I got my reading glasses on. I found another pair. I couldn't find my old pair. They're brown, and I can't find them. So I ended up finding these, and they're still in good shape. So they're just a backup plan. Well, yeah, I really enjoyed. Me and Robert was actually the last two to leave besides Jack and his wife, and boy, I really enjoyed seeing them children out there on that hayride, and they were riding up the road, and it took them forever to get off that trailer with all the hay bales and everything. They were singing Itsy Bitsy Spider. Wasn't they, Robert? They were singing Itsy Bitsy Spider. So, and it's a little chilly out there, It's a little colder in Cookeville than it is pretty much anywhere else because it's the plateau. But I appreciate everybody that's going to be watching, everybody that is watching, everybody that's commenting and everything. Oh, yeah, he says, cool, oh, yeah. Yep, ain't that how you do it? I think I saw you do that today. Yeah. But make sure you tune in every time when you get the chance, because I know you're probably a busy man. You work at Walmart, you said, and you're a cart pusher. And cart pusher's hard to do. I'm trying to reach for something, but cart pusher can be hard work right there. Everybody thinks that Walmart is easy and everything, and I'm thinking, pushing them carts. Let me ask you something, John. How many carts do you push at one time? Now, I'll tell you what, I see them boys pushing them carts, and they look like they're about to bust a blood vessel in their face, pushing them so hard. Even though they got a little rollback or something like that. Not a rollback, a little motorized thing where they can push them carts easier. Excuse me, I'm going to have to wipe my mouth a little bit. There we go. Making sure I ain't got a hair out of place. If you met me today, you know I don't like a hair out of place. But 25, that's right, 25. Boy, that's some weight though, ain't it? Tell you what, Bill. Be able to push them carts, 25 carts at one time. Boy, I tell you, for some reason, I thought it was like, yeah, that's exactly right there. Let's see, a mule. Yeah, a mule. It's, I'm trying not to fail, but, a mule. I think it's a little red machine with two wheels on it. It's kind of like a pallet jack. That's what it is, a motorized pallet jack. Kind of what we used to use at Nielsen's in Gainesboro. I worked there about 12 years till finally I retired. And then whenever I retired, I just kept going back until finally I felt like Garfield whenever I retired. You know how they put that up on the wall saying Garfield ain't welcome anymore, and it kind of made me feel like Garfield. But that's neither here or there. That could be a different story. But But working there, I know what it's like to push, you know, in little motorized pallet jacks. You know, back then we didn't really have motorized pallet jacks. We just had regular old pallet jacks, and if you didn't know how to do it, you weren't supposed to touch it. John Blackburn, yep, old John Blackburn. I might not be able to say your name right, but at least I'm saying something right. Blackburn. That's kind of like Marcia Blackburn. Yeah, sure. But how many hot dogs did you eat, John? I think I ate. Robert ate about 3 of them himself. If you've ate 3, I love that chili. That chili was good, wasn't it? Woo, hey, Bill. I tell you what, Bill. Them chili and chips, and I told Robert to go get me a grape drink. You know, I love that grape drink. Even though right now I'm drinking Mountain Dew, and I don't really care for Mountain Dew, but you know, I brought it with me, keeping it from wasting and everything. 'Cause, like I said, I love grape. I love chasing that grape. And let's see here. We got somebody else watching. Let's see here. We've got, I might not be able to say your name, but I'm going to try. But it looks like Joyce Lambert is watching. John said hey, Robert, John said he ate 2 hot dogs. I could have swore you ate 3. Yeah, but I know I love that chili. I went after that chili, I tell you. Yeah, but that fall festival was fun, wasn't it? You know. Yeah, we all had a good old time. Them kids just running around, everybody playing something. They were all doing something, and I stayed on in one of them little fold-up chairs, kind of like a rocker. I think Jack had 2 of them, and they had like what do they call them? They had kind of like what you do on an old car. They had shocks or something, you know, where they can go down and then up. And I know that that part right there is probably a little weird of doing it, but it's kind of like it's like one of them chairs, you know. It was a rocker. It was a rocking chair, and it had shocks on it where they went up and down while you were rocking. And old Jack let me sit in one of them, and he said, "Try that out, old boy." And I sat and I tried it out, and I was like, you know what, I need one of these around the house. Then whenever I get one around the house, the bills tear it up. So you can't have nothing nice, especially that Earl. He's all the time messing up something, you know. But I know old Robert got into it with him one time. Robert whipped his ass, I'm telling you. Okay, I won't. Okay. Robert don't want me to talk about it. But I know Mark can't stand him either. But Mark, him and Justin get into it, and then they start fighting and everything. Justin does some things that, you know, he instigates. He's mischievous. That's what it is. And he's all the time doing something, you know. And that's neither here or there. But them boys really enjoyed the rest of them hot dogs. I love a hot dog that bust open, you know, and got black on it, is what I'm trying to say. And those are the best kind of hot dogs, you know. And some people put them in a microwave, you know, and then I'll eat them in a microwave. I put bacon in a microwave. You know, it keeps them getting the oven or the stove, the stovetop, all dirty and greasy, because I don't feel like cleaning up the mess, and I know Eileen don't want to. But I'll put bacon in the microwave and cook it that way. It's so much easier. It might take a few more seconds off your life, but I'd rather die happy. I tell you what, ain't that right, Robert? Yeah. But anyway, let's see. I don't even know how long I've been on her. It's 9:45 right now, p.m. Of course, obviously it's p.m. because it's dark outside. Got a street light right there. because I'm closer to the road. You know, where we're at right now is closer to the road. And I told Robert, I said, ride with me. Let's go do one more live video on the classic building and let everybody know that I was going to go live earlier, but there's so many people and I didn't want to make it about me. And some people don't want to be on camera. And then they had kids. And I was like, well, Robert, we shouldn't do it. So we didn't. But I did want to. But I made previous videos talking about come on into 1580 South Jefferson Avenue, Church of God of Prophecy in Cookville, and because they're going to have a fall festival, and I was just wanting to meet some people because, like I said, I go to Dudleyville Church of Christ, and Pentecost and Church of Christ are two different denominations. So, but just make sure y'all follow the Classic Villain on Facebook, and if you go on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, tell all your friends about it, because James Ralph Bowman here, is going to have the whole month of November. Freddy Krueger had all month of October and the Sinister Scarecrow of October. So I'm the honorary guest of November. So we're going to have a good old time. We're going to come up with something every time, and maybe we might play a little music or two and sing some and just have a good old time, just like not last night, but yeah, we went live last night, didn't we, Robert? And but anyway, we went to the fall festival to another church and had a good old time. Robert drank some Dr. Pepper and ate some hot dogs, and I ate a hot dog or two, and we had chili and all that stuff. So had a good old time. That's all I can say. But nevertheless, let's see what anybody else is saying. And other than that, no, I don't think anybody else is saying anything. But George Lambert, I'm glad you're watching. I don't know you, but I see that you're on here. But you and anybody else is appreciated. Make sure every chance you get to come watch the Classic Villain with James Ralph Bowman for the honorary guest of November. So it's time to write it off here, and Robert and I get back up to the house. I'm pretty sure Eileen's probably want me to get in the house and just sit and watch TV with her and all that stuff. But I stay up all night anyway. It's not long till she's in the bed and I'm in the living room watching TV. So, all the boys, they have to go to bed at a certain time, especially through the week because of school and everything. But sometimes I see that they turn the TV on, and I have to tell them, I say, Eileen ain't going to let you sit up and watch TV. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'll sit out here and watch TV and just let y'all watch TV while I'm doing it. And it kind of ease their mind or sometimes, because I know they struggle. But I like that old Mark. He goes with me and Robert to mow yards, and I can pretty well rely on him. And but other than that, though, guys, nevertheless, my name is James Ralph Bowman. I approve this message, and I am the honorary guest of November, and I'll be around all month long. So make sure you come in and enjoy yourself, and just react to it and everything. And if you are on YouTube, make sure you go and subscribe to the YouTube, and so that page can get some more subscribers. But just come and enjoy yourself, because I'm going to. But if it wasn't for Robert, I wouldn't be able to do all this, because I don't really know all that technology. I'm getting used to the Facebook thing and just going from there. But Robert, he really helps me. He sets it up, and half the time, I know it, half the time he don't even tell me, and I walk up on it, and then I thought, we live, and because I'm starting to learn right there that it says live in red, and it's got a little yellow star, and it says custom, and it's got all these doohickeys down here. I don't know exactly what they are, but Robert knows what they are. I know I can probably talk and comment too, but I'd rather just talk and everything. But if it wasn't for Robert, I wouldn't be able to do all this. But um, just come and have you a good time, you know. And sometime I might go out dancing somewhere, or where we're playing live music and stuff, you know, 'cause I'm always into that bluegrass and old country. I say old country, but the classics and oldies, and you can't go wrong with George Jones and Merle Haggard and Johnny Cash and Charlie Pride and Charlie Daniels and Conway Twitty. There you go. We got Conway Twitty. Oh, Robert, he likes Yimmy Yim, and I know what it is. He likes that Tupac. I know a little bit of that Tupac. I've been, and sometimes I'll catch a few words of what Robert's listening to. That DX and DMX, okay, but he's I can't think of it now, but Kid Rock, that's what it is. That old Kid Rock. I know something about him, and who else, Robert? Who else do you listen to? I remember one time, old Robert, he, 'cause I got these cassette tapes, and I listen to them whenever I'm going down the road in my Dodge, and I've got a Chrysler too, and a Mark V van, but I drive that old Dodge truck around, and I keep my cassette tapes. And I remember one time, old Robert, yeah, I hear you, I hear you. Robert, he put one of them mixed tapes in my tapes, and I couldn't make out what he meant, and I put it in there, and I turned it up, and I was like, I wonder what this is. And I bet you it's a lost tape. I recorded back then, and no, it was that old Yimmy Yim, and and with the real Slim Shady, please stand up. And I repeat, with the real Slim Shadys, please stand up. We're gonna have a problem here. But I know it, Robert. Hold on now, hold on. But anyway, it's about 10 o'clock in night, and I think I need to get off here and get back up at the house. But nevertheless, I appreciate everybody. I really do. And I'm thinking of you, and I hope you're thinking of me. I'm going to be here all month of November, so you better be ready. We're going to come up with some ideas. You know, I kind of have to work around my work schedule, and I don't work. I just mow grass and do things around the house and everything. But, of course, the boys, they got school, and, but I'll talk a little bit more about my life and what's going on around the house. If I can ever get the boys to stop fighting, I might bring them on, you know, but, if they don't act right, I can't bring them on. But, and Eileen, she ain't even going to dare try to talk on a live stream. So it's just not going to happen. But I appreciate everybody. My name's James Ralph Bowman. I approve this message, and make sure you tune in every single time the Classic Villain goes live on Facebook, and subscribe to it on the live stream on the Classic Villain on YouTube. But I'm going to go and get off here, and we're going to get back up at the house. But I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you for commenting. Old John Blackburn. But when we got George Lambert and Angie Hill that was watching. But I thank every one of you that are a part of this. But make sure you come in every single time and have you a good old time, 'cause you know I will. But we'll see you later, though.